Enema of the State by Blink-182. So a lot of people at the very least know the cover of this if you don't know what the album is, but it was a big album for the band. 1st of June 1999 this released. This essentially is, in my eyes, not only is like a turning point for them, but is a turning point for kind of pop punk, skate punk, whatever the hell you want to call it. You know, prior to this, you had, you know, big stuff like Green Day's Dookie and things like that. Punk in Droblet by NoFX, which you can quite clearly hear like the influence of that album, especially on here. But this, in terms of the sound, is very, very clean and polished, despite kind of having, you know, the punk aesthetic and the punk sound. And it's their first album with Travis Barker, who nowadays we kind of think of as being like, you know, he is part of the core lineup, but he wasn't a founding member. Scott Rayner was the drummer for the 2 releases previous to this. With this, you get kind of an interesting look at something other than just like double time. When you look at that, and then you look at the way that he's kind of, you know, expanded out into tons and tons of different bands and features and things over the years, you can kind of see why Travis Barker is as big of a name as he is, which is not to take away from Mark Hoppus or Tom DeLonge, but I think Travis Barker is kind of the star of the show on this. In terms of the songs on here, you've got Watch My Age Again, Adam's Song, and All the Small Things. Those are the really big ones that everybody knows, All the Small Things especially, and, you know, they are what they are. They're very commercial, accessible pop punk hits. For me, I would say my personal preferences on here are Dumpweed, the opening track. I think the drumming on that especially is fantastic, but it's a really great way to kind of just get straight into an album, like kind of hits you off over the head really, really quickly and just brings the energy up like immediately. So I love that. And then Going Away to College is my other favourite on the album. Is a good example of what I said about Travis Barker's choice to not just play like double time or punk time drums. And it's a really nice kind of snare march kind of sound, which, you know, it's just a nice bit of variety. It kind of brings the tempo down. It is short and to the point a lot of the time, and so it's hard for it to overstay its welcome, really. Give that one a shot. And obviously Adam's Song, entirely different from the rest of the album. So if you're looking for something a little bit more thoughtful and introspective, there's that as well. And if you somehow haven't heard the rest of the album anyway, I mean, I recommend it. It's good fun.